What's up, guys? So when's a good time to buy Harbor Freight? Stay tuned to find out.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me.
Alright, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be discussing when it is good to buy Harbor Freight. When's a good time? And the short answer to this is anytime. You know, it seems like there's this stigma attached to buying Harbor Freight tools, like, you know, like you're this, you're that, you're this if you buy Harbor Freight tools. Guys, if you can't afford name brand tools and Snap-on and Mac and Matco, buy what you can afford by any means. All right. For example, here's a Harbor Freight ratchet I have, the extendable one. All right, got the 3/8 and 1/4 inch. Still have the 1/2 inch one that I broke the handle on. Still haven't gotten around to returning. This little guy I love, the 1/4 inch flex head. All right, I got these things until I bought the Snap-ons. Once I bought the Snap-ons, now I bring them home, and they're for my home toolbox. All right, so I didn't have Snap-on all the time. Now more so than ever, I happen to have a lot more of it in my box because I've been slowly swapping out, or if something breaks, usually I do it where if something breaks, then I'll switch to Snap-on. And as you guys know, I switch all my hand tools to Snap-on. I'm slowly getting there because I love their hand tools. You know, again, this $10 tap and die set I got for $10. Use the shit out of it. I personally haven't broken one of the taps yet, or the dies. And the whole set is in perfect working order. In fact, just got used today. We needed a certain tap and didn't have it, so we had to come to this kit. You know, there's nothing wrong with buying this. Tap and die sets are very expensive. You know, Snap-on wants upwards of $500 or $600 for one of their sets. So, I mean, you don't have to go with that. Use whatever works for now, and if you can afford it, if you want to, later on buy it. Some people just don't want to. Some people don't want to spend the money. Some people don't have to have Snap-on on their tools. It doesn't matter to them. And that's their choice. You know, if you want Snap-on and you want to have those things, that's up to you. That's up to, you know, like, that's your choice, your decision, you know. But if you're a mechanic just starting off, the wrong thing to do is go and spend $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 on a toolbox. Unless you have the money, of course, you know what I mean? Do you know how much $7,000 in tools can get you? A lot of tools. Maybe not a Snap-on and stuff like that, but if you go online and eBay and stuff, you can get a lot of higher end tools for $7,000, trust me. You know, you want to invest that money into your tools. Your tools are what's going to make you your money. I still have the Husky box where I bolted the cabinet on the side, and that thing's pretty big, and it serves me well, you know, and I use all the rest of my money to fill it up with tools. I'm at the point now where I'm just about slammed full and have no room, so I'm going to have to make a decision what I'm going to do for a next toolbox, or if I'm just going to add on to that box more, because I still have that option as well, which I'm probably going to do, so I can use the rest of that money for tools. But again, that's my choice, my decision. You know, certain things I like higher end, certain things I don't mind. I have these tools from Harbor Freight. I've also got a grinder that I bought for $10, and it works amazing. I've never had any issues. I know not everyone's going to agree with this video, but this is my point of view and what I think you should do as an up-and-coming technician. You don't have to take my advice. I mean, you could do whatever you want. I'm sure most of you are grown-ass men. But I'm also sure that there's a lot of people out there that do agree with what I'm saying. You know, we've all got lower end stuff in our toolbox, you know, or something we acquired from somebody gave us, or you know, we found it, or whatever the case may be. Not everything has to be higher end. Now, what are some of the things you should get from Harbor Freight? Well, you have your two different sets of impact sockets, okay, like your 1/2 inch drive. Impact sockets are usually impact sockets. They're what is it, chromoly, or yeah, chromoly I believe the impact sockets are, but they're all usually, like, they're very, very good. Now you have the cheaper set and the more expensive set. The more expensive set has, it's like $5 or $10 more, and it has the better, the nicer logo on it. I think the way it's engraved into the tool, it looks better. It looks a lot more presentable, and they're good quality. Those are actually very, very good impact sockets, and 30 bucks for the set of deeps. Like, I'm telling you guys, man, you can't go wrong. You know, like, that same set in Snap-on is, I want to say, $500 or $600. It might be more. From 10 millimeter, I think, to, what is it, 21 maybe? I don't know. I'm not saying don't buy Snap-on, not by any means. I love Snap-on. They're eye-catching. It gets you, like, their marketing is just great. You know, they use the right colors to be appealing. Now they changed their colors so they're appealing to everybody just about. They know what they're doing. You know, I've always said it, it's like women, it's like designer stuff. You know, just because you put a high price tag on it, that makes people really want to buy it because it makes a statement. You know, like, just like women like Louis Vuitton or Louis Vuitton or Michael Kors, all that sort of stuff, and guys like, you know, Ray-Ban sunglasses, Oakley sunglasses. When they're just sunglasses, they're pieces of plastic that cost $4 to make, and they're putting $150, $200 price tag on them, as far as the Oakleys go. It all boils down to personal preference. Just because you choose to use a lower end tool doesn't, you know, mean anything. Maybe you just can't afford it. Now, I honestly think, like, if you're gonna, like, buy a whole bunch of Harbor Freight tools, either A, you're starting off, that's, you know, fine, and then you slowly replace it as you go, or you replace it as things break and you need to, and you want better quality. But, you know, Harbor Freight is very, very good for the DIY. Very good. You know, if you just want tools for home to fix stuff at home, it's great. It's no problem, because then, you know, you're not using them that frequently. You're not putting a beading on them. That's one thing about Snap-on, Matco. You know, a lot of the stuff might be rebranded, but as far as the hand tools go, they can take a beating. We all know this. They can take a beating. I don't know about the wrenches from Harbor Freight, because I've never used them. The sockets, I've broken a few sockets that I used to have, you know, far too many than the chrome sockets I'm talking, of course. Far too many than I'd like to. When a socket breaks, a lot of times I don't have a second socket like that, you know, like, unless it's impact. So when a socket breaks, it screws me, you know. So I like to, for the hand tools, I choose to go higher end. But if you're a DIYer, absolutely, by all means, shop your little heart away at Harbor Freight. I don't care who you are, Harbor Freight has something for you. Okay, Harbor Freight has something for everyone, whether it's a wrench or a socket or a goddamn solar panel or a security system for your home with the cameras and night vision, you know, like, or a generator or a motor to build, I don't know, a spaceship to get as far away from this video as you can. Fuck if I know. But Harbor Freight has something for everyone, I can assure you that. Again, you guys don't have to agree with me. As always, this is my personal opinion. I just don't think that if you're starting off, you should go blow a ton of money on Snap-on when you can get a whole bunch of other things. Now, like I said, if you have the money, then by all means, go get what you want. But I see a lot of people on YouTube here, you know, and they say, you know, you buy Harbor Freight, you suck, or this or that. Like, no, you don't suck, man. Just what you can afford or what you want, you know. People are so worried about what other people are buying, it's unbelievable. You know, like, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. There's nothing you can say or do. That's the great thing about being able to choose what you want to own. You know, like, it's your choice. No one could say otherwise, you know. How many people are looking at that wrench and or that ratchet and socket in your hand when you're fixing something? I would say not a single person. All right, I mean, maybe if there's a reason or a case or a reason where someone is looking at what you're doing, then yeah, but I mean, if you're doing something, you get that whole job done and the tool doesn't break, well, then I'd call that a successful job, and you did it with $10 in tools, you know. You could do a front brake job with either, I would say, $10 in tools from Harbor Freight for everything you need. And if you did that same job but use snap-on tools, you're probably going to pay for figure the C-clamp or whatever tool you choose to use, the 3/8 or whatever drive socket, and then the ratchet. You're probably looking at about $200 to $220 for the tools to do a front brake job. Okay, and that's not including the hammer if the rotor's stuck. That's not including the surface prep tool for cleaning the hub assembly after you take the rotor off. Think about it, guys. Like that now became $400 or $500. It's all whatever you want to buy. So you remember that if you want a certain tool and you want a certain brand, go ahead and buy it. Don't listen to what everyone else says or does. Do what you want to do. And if they start breaking, replace them with better stuff as time goes on. You know, if you break a 13mm over and over again, maybe it's time to get a new one. All right. If the other ones stay good, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. So take this, you know, with a grain of salt and do with it as you wish. But that's my 2 cents. I'll see you guys in the next video.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me